Hey, what is up everybody? Epitome here and taking another CSGO video for you guys, and today we're going to be going over taking, retaking, and holding a site cache. So first off, we're going to start with holding, so I did say that kind of backwards. And before I previously recorded this, I recorded this without my mic being on and actually working because it was on the wrong mic. So, we're going to go ahead and get through this decently fast. So first off, we're going to start with holding. Now, the standard for holding, someone normally holds forklift, someone holds quad or plays default on site, and then one person plays Z or, white box. Now, when someone has an op, a lot of the time people will play truck. Personally, I don't suggest it because of this cross smoke that they throw, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So when you are holding on site and you are holding default, this is personally my favorite spot to play, is default. There are many ways you can do it. So of course you want to be, have an idea or pay attention to Squeaky and listen for some noises. Normally your guy on forklift will be watching Squeaky, but I mean, you could be playing this in matchmaking or pugs, and personally I don't trust anybody unless I'm actually playing on a team. So you definitely want to watch out for it yourself. Now, when you are watching out for it, if you do hear some footsteps, you can go ahead and just molly it. It will spread through the door. And then if they are pushing up and they are throwing, flashes, and they are, they did throw the cross smoke and everything, then you definitely want to, just lob a little smoke right there. And this cuts them off. This smoke is awesome because it completely cuts them off. So they have to jump through it or go through it or flash over and go through it. And you could be anywhere. You could be default. You could be by the box. You could be quad. You could be NBK or fence or whatever you want to call it. And then also with the smoke, you could easily just throw a little pop flash. And it will pop right here. And so anybody looking this way or in this general area will definitely be blind. So that helps out a lot. Also, if you are playing default, definitely be sure to watch out for the dude that tries to hop over. And make sure you get him, because that will be really dangerous if you don't. But that is all for holding default on site. Now, when you are holding quad, it's really easy. You could just jiggle peek like so. I mean, you have a lot of leeway. So, not leeway, I don't know, leeway, if I could even talk. So, you will once again hear footsteps, Squeaky. You could easily just go ahead and throw a molly right there, so they will get burned if they try to open the door, if they try to come out. And then you can jiggle peek this side. I mean, you could jiggle peek this side. You could play this little corner, if you have to reload or anything like that. And then also, if you have nades, you can just go ahead and huck some flashes over, and it will land on top, so it will definitely blind anybody in the area looking in that general area. So you could definitely throw some pop flashes over. You have a lot to work with when you are playing quad, but you also have a lot to look out for. If your guy already rotated to truck from mid, you have highway open, you have everything really open. So you definitely have to be careful. Now with playing in BK, this spot's really good, but you definitely have to, jiggle peek every now and then. It might give away your position at times, but you need that information so that way your guy on forklift does not die while he's watching Squeaky. Now, when you do get that information, you could easily just go ahead and, throw some flashes over and then peek, and there are many ways you can do it and many things that will definitely help out a lot. And when they are pushing out, definitely watch out for some flashes, just turn to the wall, and then you are good to go. And you really want to, you don't want to stay directly in this corner because they will get the jump on you, so you do want to come out a little bit, and that will help out a lot. Now, when you are playing forklift, a lot of the time people will watch A main, but you should really be watching Squeaky because, I mean, your guy quad or your guy default will definitely have trouble if people just push out Squeaky and he doesn't know. So you definitely want to watch Squeaky. And now every single person throws this little cross smoke right here. And as you can see, honestly, this cross smoke helps out a ton. You don't want to watch Squeaky from here. You honestly don't. Unless A main is clear, you don't want to watch from here. Because, I mean, people pre-fire this and everything like that. You really want to play this little wooden area. This smoke, okay? You could peek out like that and just get some information, or even if the smoke is still down and you hear them already pushing on site and say your guy quad dies, you could push out, okay? You might get screwed because there might be one guy just chilling in A main still, don't know why, but he might. And you really can get behind them and really use this smoke to your advantage. Another way that you can watch Squeaky that I do suggest is playing cat from this general area and just, watching from right here, because you can get them as they cross as well from A main. I don't suggest playing this little corner over here because it can screw you pretty hard, because you will get stuck and they could brush out here, shoot at you, then you'll be getting shot from multiple different directions, and it is not fun at all. Now, when you are playing an op, I definitely suggest playing on site because everybody throws this cross smoke, as I said before. And you won't be able to see anything from Chuck, okay? You're completely screwed. You won't be able to see a single thing. So I suggest playing default on site or even quad with the op, so that way you do have 2 people on site and 2 people to defend and everything like that. And of course you also have your rotator from mid. Now we're going to go quickly into taking the site. Taking the site is honestly, it can be very easy and it can be very hard. It really just depends on how your team works together and how you work with your team and if everybody knows smokes, molotovs, etc. So definitely want to throw this smoke. That is the cross smoke I've been talking about, and I've thrown probably like 5 times. So from there, you also want to throw a molly. Be careful with throwing that molly because they could have an opper on, you know, right there. But once you throw that molly, have someone peek. Make sure someone's peeking as that molly goes off so you can try and catch someone out. And then also, when you are, you know, after you throw that molly, have someone else throw another molly right here because you're not going to have infinite ammo, okay? And it can bait out the guy on NBK or fence. And if it doesn't, or if no one comes out, just be careful to check this corner. I mean, the fire will spread and everything, but yeah. So when it comes to that, after that, you definitely want to throw some pop flashes, you know, things like that. You know, if you are coming out of squeaky and that smoke is not perfect, or if that smoke is perfect, then you are good, and you can, you know, just throw some flashes out and also go ahead and molly that because someone could be sitting default as I was earlier, and you can molly them off as well. So you definitely want to use your utilities when it comes to taking this site. Another cool smoke that someone could throw, if I could even get it right, is this smoke. You'll just hop on this, and I believe you line it up with this one, and you line it up with this, and right about there, I believe. And so this smoke is pretty cool. It'll go ahead and cut off, you know, the guy from highway. I didn't throw it exactly correct, but you can go ahead and look it up and try and get that smoke down, but it still does block off a huge view from highway. Normally it will land, you know, in this general area, and so it will block off all of this, so that is a great smoke when it comes to taking the site. And you definitely want to watch out for Cat, you want to watch out for this corner, you want to watch out for Shroud Boost as well. Not a lot of people will do that, but some people will, and yeah, so I hope this helped you out so far. Now, another thing for post-plant positions is you want to definitely plant for A main, okay? Everybody plants default. That doesn't do shit, okay? Then you are all stuck on site, and you can all get converged on very, very quickly. So if you have time and if you can, plant for A main, please. Have one person play A main, have one person play squeaky or A main, either or, and then have one person, you can play default, but that is very sketchy. I mean, you can play this back part of default right here. You could have someone play forklift, or you could have someone play quad. Those are honestly the best spots that you can hold, and you really just got to do your best to retake. Use what utilities you have left after taking the site to prevent the retake. Now, as far as retaking goes, you definitely, if you have a molly, that's great, that is awesome. You could either throw it on this side, or you can go ahead, well, you throw it farther, of course. You could either throw it on that side and not hit the box, or throw it on that side, throw that one farther too. So after that, if you are coming from highway and you do have a Molotov and you molly either one, and if you have a nade, go ahead and huck your nade right after you throw your molly. That will help out a lot. Now, when it comes to, you know, you can push up onto, you know, forklift right here. Just be careful for fence and be careful for squeaky if the door is open. But from here, hopefully no one is A main. A lot of people will decide to push up straight from highway, and I honestly don't suggest that. But if you do have a smoke, which would be rad, go ahead and just smoke that off. And then, you know, try and catch the guy playing quad, peeking from this side. You know, trying to catch people off. Don't ever jump up here, okay? It never works out. I mean, you could be risky and try it, but good luck. So there is really retaking from highway. When you are retaking from truck, if you do have a smoke, definitely go ahead and try and smoke off either A main or forklift. Also, use your flashes, okay? Use your flashes. Communicate with your team. Use flashes and everything like that. And be careful that no one peeks out A main if it's not already smoked, so definitely just watch that until you get up to about this point, and then just jiggle peek, because you can't catch someone here, you can't catch someone on the back of the fence, can't catch someone here at this side of quad or this side of quad. So you really just want to play it safe. You want to check all of your corners and everything, and make sure no one's in this spot too. I've seen this spot actually work, surprisingly. So you really want to either have someone come from highway and truck, and then also have someone flank. Have someone flank through A main or even squeaky. So it really just depends on you and how your team wants to work and how you want to work with your team. So I hope some of these things really helped you guys out. I know a little bit of them are pretty vague, but I mean, you can't really go into depth with full-on retaking sites unless you're in a certain scenario. So I really hope some of these things actually helped you guys out. I hope it helps you guys hold, maybe take, or even, help with the retake when it comes to, a site cache. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name's Epithemy, and I'll catch you guys next time. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to leave a like. If you always want to see more, definitely be sure to subscribe. Make sure you check out the links that I have down in the description. If you guys always want constant updates, like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Epithemy, and I'll catch you guys next time.